Hey everybody, Jam Creates here, and it is the day after Christmas. I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas with your loved ones, your family, or at least people you kind of like. We had a good holiday, good Christmas, good Christmas Eve, good Christmas Day. I am on my way home from work now, so we're going to talk about, I thought I'd talk about a little do a little post-Christmas, still Christmas related video, because I know a lot of people, myself included, you get a little sad when the holidays are over, when Christmas is over at least. It depends. If you're in school, I remember, when I was in school, it was easy to, the holidays kept going because you were off for that whole week until after New Year's. But once you become an adult and you have to work, and you have to go back to work right after Christmas, unless you're a teacher, in which case you have the whole week off still, you kind of get that weird, it's not really the holiday. I mean, that's why I tended to take the week between Christmas and New Year's off, actually. I would take a vacation so I could still have that feeling, and I could extend the holidays and do other things and just generally have a good time and keep that holiday feeling going. But it's kind of funny how abrupt so much is. A lot of local radio stations and stuff will play Christmas music in the lead up to Christmas. They'll play nothing but 24 hours of Christmas music, and then the minute Christmas is over, it just stops. Christmas is over, they stop. And that's where it's nice to see some other places have kept it going. On my television, we have music channels on there, and one of them is Sounds of the Season, and they keep the Christmas music going until after New Year's, which is nice. It's just, because if you want to still have, a lot of times you'll have family that you might not see on Christmas. You don't see them till a couple days later, or maybe even the week after, and you're still having Christmas, and you just want that background music, that Christmas music on in the background. And, maybe you don't want to put on a playlist or whatever it might be. It's just nice to have that option. You want to keep the spirit alive. You still got your tree up. You still got your decorations up. Unless you're one of those crazy people who immediately, when it's over, takes them all down. So it's that little post-Christmas depression that can happen, that can set in. Usually I can stave that off until after New Year's because you still have other stuff going. We have additional get-togethers with friends and family, and so it kind of feels like Christmas is still going, which is nice. I like that. I like to extend the holidays, at least until New Year's. It's fun to do. Basically the holiday season kicks off at Thanksgiving and, keeps going. It kicks off in earnest on Thanksgiving for me and for most rational people. Some people, day after Halloween, just jump right into it. I still feel like that's too early because I really do enjoy Thanksgiving. But that's neither here nor there. So I wanted to talk about one of the things that we do every Christmas. We watch the Disney Christmas Day Parade. And a funny thing has happened with that, actually. We always really looked forward to it because we're big fans of the Disney parks. We love to go to the theme parks. They're a lot of fun. Yes, they're very expensive, but they're also very fun. And one of the nice things to do is to watch the Disney Christmas Parade because it just gives you a little taste of Disney World when you're not there, and Disneyland as well. And a couple of years ago, it's funny because we really used to really enjoy it. And then a couple of years ago, they changed the format and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I remember going on the Diz boards and stuff and Inside the Magic and all that and seeing people just complaining left and right. And I felt the same way that they did. It was just awful. They didn't even show the parade. It was literally no parade. The parade was in a whole 2-hour broadcast, the parade was all of about 10 seconds. Really, it was that bad. And it was just terrible. I didn't understand why they did it. It was just awful. And they've always had the performances on the castle stage at Disney World. That's a part of the show. It's fun to hear, Christmas songs. You see, like, performers, and it's usually, like, the same, it's typical, like, it's usually not, like, it's the same, generally speaking, it's people who are on Disney's record labels, it's people who are on Disney's shows, so it's things like that, but that's fine. You understand that's all, branding, and that's, synergy. That's brand synergy for the Disney brand, for the company. But, and there's usually stars of, like, ABC shows or whatever on there, and it's no different, and that's fine. Like, Jesse Palmer usually hosts the California portion. I think it used to be Ryan Seacrest, actually, but, whatever. It's been Jesse Palmer for the last few years, and that's fine. Whatever. He's on, I think, Good Morning America, and I think, doesn't he host, like, he was on The Bachelor? I don't know, whatever. But he works for the network, so it makes sense. This year they had Sarah Hyland and Jordan Fisher hosting the parade from Disney World, and Jesse Palmer doing it from California, from Disneyland. And it's funny because this year's was definitely better than the last couple years, because the last couple years the parade was absolutely an afterthought. Everything else was much more important than the parade, and it was just dumb. It was really silly. It took away from it. I mean, if I'm watching that show, it's because I want to feel like I'm at the parks. I want to get a hit of being at the parks without actually being there. And the ironic thing was, a couple of years ago, they live streamed online. They do a lot of streaming online on the Disney Parks blog and stuff like that. And they live streamed the Christmas parade because they do the parade at the park, and they live streamed the parade from the park. So when they do the live streams like that, it's pretty much just what you think it is you're just watching the parade. And their live streams have gotten more complex as time has gone on. And sometimes I think it's a little to a detriment. Sometimes it's fun to just have one camera and you're just watching the parade go by. It's fun when they have multiple cameras and they can give you a little bit of a closer look at the floats and stuff. But when they start cutting to interviews and things, that's when you lose me. Like, no, I'm here to get a hit and watch the parade. That's all I want. So anyway, this year they did show more of the parade. They only showed the parade from Disneyland, which I thought was a little strange, because usually they show you the parade from both parks. At least that's what they used to do back when the parade was the focus of the show. They would show the parade from both parks because, I mean, let's be honest, if you've ever been to Disney World, you know a Disney parade, it lasts about 15 minutes and then it's over. So, to have a 2-hour show of the parade, obviously you're going to have pre-taped segments about whatever the newest attraction. I mean, it's essentially a big commercial for the parks, let's be honest. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not stupid. I get how that works. But there's usually pre-taped segments and things about the new attractions and things that are coming and the stuff that has just opened and all that. And then there's the performances in front of the castle. And if I'm not mistaken, I thought they had at least one performance from Disneyland usually. But they didn't this year. This year, every performance was at Cinderella Castle, or they did one performance at Epcot in front of Spaceship Earth, and they did one performance at Animal Kingdom in front of the Tree of Life, which I thought was fine. I thought that was kind of cool. Like, you could mix that up for sure. Show a performance from each of the theme parks. Like, why not? Like, that's a fun idea. And I don't have a problem with that. Again, the performances are not the problem. I don't have a problem with having performances, but I do wish they would show more when they're showing the parade. Show me more. They were constantly, like, they would show a float for like a second, then they would show somebody from Freeform, and they would be like making some lame joke or whatever, and that's fine. I'm okay with that too. Then they would show the float again for like another second or two, and then they were done. Again, the parade still seemed like an afterthought. And years ago, they used to show the parades from both parks. And I don't really know why they didn't do that this year. I'm not really sure what the reasoning is. But I just wish, give me a little more time with each float. Just give me a little bit more time with each float. Let me soak in the environment, the atmosphere, and see the characters. Let me hear the character voices. You know the character voices get pumped through the parade, and the performers are saying the stuff. Let me see some of that. Let me hear some of that. That's the fun. That's what I want to see. You know, I would much rather see somebody in a big fluffy, you know, Mickey Mouse costume than whoever the current winner of American Idol is. Like, honestly, spend more time with the parade, please. Like, that's all I'm asking. Give me a little more time with each float. I'm not asking for you to just show the parade and then that's it. Like, I get that's not what you're going to do. I understand. I'm okay with that. But can we lean a little more coverage to the parade itself, please? That's what I'm there to watch. The performances are fine. I don't mind seeing performances. That's okay. But let's not overdo it. I don't need to see, like, they always do these inspirational stories and then they send someone on a Disney cruise or they send someone on a Disney trip. And I get it. That's fine. It's all marketing. I get that too. I don't need as much time with those people, though, quite frankly. I get it. It's in the spirit of the holiday and whatever. But again, I'm there for the theme parks. I'm there for the parade. Let me at least revel in the parade for a little bit longer, please. And then the biggest thing that took me this year really by surprise, the parade ended and they never showed Santa Claus. Never, not once. They never showed Santa. The parade every year starts with Mickey and Minnie, and it ends with Santa. This year, they didn't even show Santa Claus. What the heck, dude? What are you doing? It's Christmas morning, and you're not showing Santa Claus. It's not like kids are going to be like, oh, he should still be delivering. No, he's done delivering gifts. Now he's starting his vacation here at Disney World. Like, it's not that hard to figure out what to write for the copy. You're celebrating the holiday of Christmas. It's called the Christmas Parade. It's not like you're going to offend people by showing Santa Claus. It's called the Christmas Day Parade. Like, you couldn't even give me like a half a second of Santa Claus at the end of the parade? You showed the reindeer, but you didn't show. It boggles my mind, honestly. And it's not like, oh, we're doing it live and it ran long, we ran out of time and we just had to go because we were done. No, the whole thing is taped like a month in advance. They tape it for like two weeks in November. They film the whole freaking thing. Like, this is all editing. Everything is editing. And choices are made. That's what editing is about. I am an editor. I worked for 10 years as an editor, so I think I know what I'm talking about. It's what I went to school for. It's what I did for a living for 10 years. Editing is about choices. They, in my estimation, made some poor choices. They had some really awkward edits in some of the conversations with, like, was there really a need to bring out, like, a singer's family afterwards? Like, I needed to see Olivia Holt's mom and dad come out on stage and do nothing. Like, it was so dumb. Like, they came out and they said, you must be so, oh, we're so proud. No, really? You're proud of your daughter who makes tons of money as an actress and singer. I would never have guessed that. And then, what was one of your family traditions? We always spend our Christmas at Disneyland. Okay. It was just so lame. And the editing was awkward in that you could tell there was more said there that they cut out. Probably because, who knows, maybe the mom or the dad was rambling or who knows, whatever, who knows. And that's fine, whatever. Like, I get that. Again, you're going to do that. Editing, but of course, good editing doesn't let you see that that's what happened. That's part of the thing. I used to have to edit out kids saying inappropriate stuff all the time during post-game interviews. And you cover it up with some B-roll. You make sure you do a really sweet job on the sound edit, and you're done. It's not that difficult, honestly. And what else? Like, you could have cut out, if you cut out all that nonsense, you could have had a little bit more time. And again, when you're talking about editing, you're talking about seconds. Seconds make a difference. Seconds add up to minutes, and minutes in a TV show in television time is a huge deal. 1 minute is a huge deal. If you spend 1 minute doing something, it better damn well be worth it. And it better be something that the audience is going to want to see. And quite frankly, they spent a lot of time on things that the audience didn't need to see. I just had some issues with the editing. I do think, all that said, it was definitely better this year than it has been the last couple of years. I truly do believe that. I think it was better than it has been the last couple of years. For the life of me, I don't know why the parade is such an afterthought now. Again, it's called and I was excited going into it this year because a couple of years ago they called it like the Frozen celebration. Like, they didn't even have the word parade in the title. They called it like the Disney Frozen whatever celebration. And like the word like I said, the word parade wasn't even in the title. And for a couple of years it was like that. This year it literally was called the Walt Disney World, the Walt Disney Christmas Day Parade. So you had the word parade in there in the title, and I saw that and I was like, yes, they're actually calling it the parade again. So that means they're hopefully going to focus more on the parade. And they did focus a little more on the parade. I mean, 1 year, literally, the parade was almost non-existent as part of the TV special. This year, it was there. You saw it, but it was still a really, really big afterthought. And that's all I really ask is, honestly, just please make the parade more of a focus of the parade. The show is about the parade. Can we make it about the parade, please? So that's it. I hope everybody enjoyed the rest of your Christmas. I hope, if you did watch the parade, I hope you enjoyed it. Or whatever, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Did you watch the parade? Do you just skip the parade? Are you not interested at all? Has Disney just annoyed you to the point where now you won't even enjoy anything they do? Did you watch the parade and you thought it was a good enough balance? Would you like more parade, like I would like more parade? Let me know in the comments what you think. Hit me up, tell me. Follow me on Twitter. I'm at jam_creates. On Instagram, I'm at jam_creates. If you like this video, please comment, let me know. I want to interact with you guys, man. Let me know what's going on in your head. Tell me what you think. If you like this video, click the like button, click the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Jingle that bell for notifications. If you hated this video, tell me in the comments. Call me names. Tell me I'm an idiot. I don't care. Do something. I just want to talk to somebody. Anyway, that sounded really pathetic. Anyway, that's it. I'm home. I'm going to go have some dinner and enjoy some time with my family. I promise, comic book reviews are coming. I have the comics. I'm reading them. I will do more. More comic book centric videos are coming. Don't worry. So that's it. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.